Buccaneers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The final playoff push is upon us. It's week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it'll be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Shotgun now for Wentz. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Trying to get it there to D.D. Westbrook. And it's 3rd and short.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
No, I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Winston and the Bucs take over now, 1st and 10 at the 20. Jameis to throw it. Drops it to Jones in the cloud. And they'll get him down here at the 23. Call it a gain of 3. And it'll make it 2nd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end. But running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick Wells. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with 3rd down and just a yard to go. He's going to sling this deep downfield. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals.
And got his man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Well, that didn't take very long. You mentioned you have to keep him under wraps. Avoid the big play is what you said, and here he makes one in the first quarter.
Yeah, you can't let this become a habit. Otherwise, you know what will happen? They'll flat out take over this game.
82, 82. 46 down, man, 5-4. Check 50.
Throwing on first is Wentz. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. this inside the 30. A very solid gain of 27.
Not only they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Now Leonard Fournette. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Wentz. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. In for the score. And the Jags have taken the early lead.
Brandon, my man, just one sentence for that one. Clinic.
And that's what they've done. They lead the league in points per game this season, but it's been quick strikeability as we saw on that drive.
I think they're actually intimidating defenses because they're back on their heels right away, wondering where it's going to come from, how they're going to hit them. This group is well organized, well coached, and extremely confident in what they do.
So out come the Bucs now. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. Yeah. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's 2 different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Now Glennon. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
No. Check. Patriot.
Now back to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now?
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they're going to find a way to get it back together.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jags offense now gets set and heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. He can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out, and he ended up with an interception in that game in Super Bowl 50. Maybe some sort of scheme like that to try and get more pressure at the passer.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
He's going to fire one deep left sideline, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Wentz going to throw. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before the Jags with their first opportunity in the red zone. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And now running right through it. And now they're going to get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, at least he was able to break that initial contact, or it could have been a loss.
Yeah, give credit to the defensive player, though. What did he do? Made him slow down, slow up his feet, and allowed the rest of the guys to get there to finish him off.
Wentz to throw on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Carson Wentz with 2 first-half touchdown passes. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Second down, Winston. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Bird. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards on his first catch of the game. It's a first down.
Let's go, let's convert, let's convert, let's convert. Hey, stop.
On 1st and 10, Winston. He's going to look deep down the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Yannick Ngakoue in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, 0 for 3 on third down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
To throw, it's Wentz. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion.
Black, come on.
Now Wentz on third down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got him in, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. They chalked that one up as a gain of 34 on third down. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Flushed out right. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 2nd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Wentz to throw again. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget.
Let's find two. 82.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a 1st down. On 1st down, Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Working from the gun, Wentz. Looking long for Westbrook. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. A big gain of 38 there on 3rd down. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, Wentz. Flush to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Jaguars add 6 to their lead. And he just did get those feet in there on the side of the end zone. Well done.
Probably the exact size foot necessary, because I think if he had another half size, that catch doesn't count. And he's able to get it in, and it counts for a touchdown.
Point after by Lambo, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead.
They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Calais Campbell in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Bucs on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. Working out of the gun. Winston. And this is going to be incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Here's Donnie Jones now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. This is fielded at the 27. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that could change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
Throw left side complete. That's Ross. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Trey 15, Trey 15. 82, 82. Rip. Bring it.
Wentz now on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Wentz now on 1st down. Dancing to his left. His throw caught right around the 6. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Again, they'll throw with Wentz. This will be caught at about the 5. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Jaguars add on to their lead. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down. And they're going to be set up in excellent field position up past the 45. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
He's going to let this go deep. Back into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. picked off around the 27. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. So we hit the halftime break here in Jacksonville with the Jags on top. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think that they were just bad plays to call? Yeah. We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll look to throw here. He's going to float this one deep right side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. First possession of the 3rd quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Eluding the pressure right. Dumps it off to Fournette. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, and then the defense rallying quickly after that broken tackle. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
Hang in there now. Hang in there now.
Fournette on the counter. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. He already has 2 sacks to his credit. Now another tackle for loss.
And you know how you can always identify who was supposed to block him? They're the ones helping up the person who just got knocked to the ground with the ball, right? Whether it's a running play or a pass play.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the 3rd quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break. Taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and say, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
And a short gain across the 15 to the 17-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down in the backfield. The Bucs on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Glennon.
been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Well, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. So a short drop, but he's able to get it out, and this is a good kick. That's taken it around the 40. Can't ask for much more than that. A 50-yard punt followed by a loss on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to try and go deep again. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Now Wentz. And he comes back with one complete. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up, and make those throws, and he did that.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. Shotgun now for Wentz. This will be caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. 23 yards on the play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Throwing now is Wentz. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Jaguars are pouring it on. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. Now the Buccaneer offense gets set to take over. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On the ground, it's West again. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. And give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
And they'll let their fullback try and push the pile. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
3rd and inches, just turn around, hand it to the big guy, and let him plow forward and pick up a first down. A lot of people think that the offensive line, they may almost take the play off because they got a big guy back there pushing forward. I think it actually works in reverse. I think they block harder because they love seeing that guy get the ball because he doesn't touch it very often.
And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Again, it's Jones. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
And that play will go nowhere, losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. Now Glennon. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Back now in Jacksonville. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. They'll set up to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Yannick Ngakoue. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Donnie Jones now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Again, it's Fournette. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Taken in at the 22. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them until the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard! 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 Leopard!
They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. And he'll get this one up to the 26. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90.
They're going to look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, Winston. Oh, it was hit at the line of scrimmage and intercepted. It's the sackmaster, Justin Houston, who comes up with it. And they will score. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what are you doing when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Back to throw here. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. The 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd. Looking to throw. He's got it to West on the dump off. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll make it 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run next.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
The Bucs on 3rd down. Just a 20% success rate at 2 of 10. This will be 3rd and 15. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hall. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Time for a break. This one all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Leopard! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Wentz to throw. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. 16 yards that time on the pickup for the Jags and a 1st down. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are...
Now, loose football. The ball comes out, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Now Jameis on second down. He hits West underneath. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. Call it a gain of 5. And all of a sudden here, it's third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Back to throw. And that is incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
And this will be taken at the 13. Ooh, the juke. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They are on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And the Panthers, they're starting to pull away in that one. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year.
Grade 15. Grade 15.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Going deep downfield for Ross. He's got it at the 15. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect. Fourth quarter, you got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
On third and long, it's Wentz. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And it's incomplete. They're still throwing to the very end, but now this game is over. The storyline of this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment, because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent, and how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them